was checking like BOM during the day, Bureau of Meteorology for non-trained listeners.
I've never seen tryhards at FRISBEE until tonight, and I couldn't possibly have less respect for them.
Welcome back to Critical Banter. This is the podcast where we take the very best bits from your favorite late night shows and package them into a singular podcast. Today's game of lies, figure out, we'll find out. And we've got the tier list segment back. Oh my God, I'm so excited. We've got Sydney food chains, so stay tuned for that. But before that, to wrap the week, we got me, Miguel. We have Kundra on a whiteboard. We have Sen next to him.
Namaste.
And we have Rohit, 9 and...
G'day. Well, we talked about Christmas parties last week. I had my Christmas party yesterday, and I want to know where it sits on the list where we kind of rank it, right? So it was at Manly, and it was an amazing race type Christmas party. So we had a game master who just gave us like little challenges, and we had to go around Manly, this and that. Then we went to the pantry for lunch, a boozy lunch, classic. But that was the bare bones of it. Where would you situate it? In the Gartners and the Delta Goodrums of the world.
It ain't no unless you had Bo Ryan, it ain't no Delta.
Channel 9 was the company, I think.
How was the Amazing Race?
Amazing Race was decent. Like, it was more fun than I expected.
Right.
But, it was...
Was it laborious? Did it drag?
A little bit of a drag. Like, we had to accost strangers in public. I felt like those in real life streamers?
2013 prank show.
Yeah, literally. It was like, oh, can you take a photo of a guy holding an ice cream and can you bash someone overhead with a surfboard? Like it was actually a little bit.
When in Manly.
Well, yeah, exactly. But it was decent. And then whatever, we kicked on and we were just at the bar there. And then Sen hits me up and he's like, oh, one of my mates is opening up a new bar in Darlinghurst. You want to come along for their like launch with all these influencers? I was like, yeah, well, say less. Absolutely, we'll rock up. So I'm like, okay, I'm in Manly, have to get to Darlinghurst. I'm like, what's the deal here? Caught the ferry. And then I was like, all right, instead of walking to Darlinghurst, which is like 40 minutes from Circular Quay, I was like, you know what? I'll just call an Uber. Called an Uber. The guy picks me up. We're heading to Darlinghurst. I look up and suddenly we're in a tunnel. I'm like, well, this is a little bit abnormal.
That's not how I would go.
Yeah, that's not the direction I would take. But, this guy's been driving the seats of Sydney. Maybe there's a traffic jam or something. He's avoiding it. He then looks me in the mirror. And he's like, oh, sorry, man, I think I took a wrong turn. I was like, well, evidently. We're actually going back to my house.
In the fucking Lane Cove tunnel, bro.
Yeah. So, and then he's like, all right, let me just take the next exit. So instead of taking the Randwick exit, he takes the Bondi exit. And now I'm sitting in Bondi Junction.
Beautiful.
Right. So I've gone from one beach to another. And I'm sitting here texting Sam, like, I'm maybe late. Then the guy's like, actually, man, I'm going to have to drop you off here. I've canceled your ride. It's going to cost me too much to drop you where you originally needed to go.
What?
Yeah.
Sounds like that's your fault, man.
Yeah, sounds like a him problem.
It was absolutely a him problem. But now I'm sitting here like, well, I was just absolutely gobsmacked. And so I was like, oh, like, I'm pretty sure you're not supposed to do that, man. Yeah. Can you just like drive me there? He's like, no, trip's cancelled. I look at my phone. Trip has indeed been cancelled.
Do you still get charged?
Well, I get charged for the journey, yeah. But one thing Uber does, beautiful little app that is, it's like, oh, we think you're a bit far from your destination. Do you need help?
Oh.
Yes.
Like, yes, sir.
No, I do need help.
Escalate this to the big boss, man. This is problem number one.
And this is the problem. The guy was a white driver, dude. No ethnic driver. No ethnic driver kicks me out of my car. He, takes me to my destination, says, sorry, that's on me. I will cop the cost of the tolls and whatnot. Right? This guy just kicks me out of the car. I was like, whatever, dude. So I call another Uber, get to Sen's, we'll get to the bar. Oh, delightful little bar, actually.
Great bar.
The Waratah in Darlinghurst.
On Liverpool Street, shout out.
Yeah,
I didn't get a cut of this promo money. What's going on?
No promo money. But no, we get there. Beautiful venue, whatever. We're meeting all Sen's old workmates and stuff. It was actually quite nice.
There was actually no influencers there. I just want to put that out there.
Maybe you were the influencer.
No.
Sen walks in and I was like, oh, was Broadsheet here? And then Sen's like, yeah, they wanted to take a photo of me, but I didn't want it. So and these guys, no influencers. They're upstairs. They're all taking photos.
Okay, let me preface. So Broadsheet was there. And they were taking photos of my mate and they're like, oh, do you want to be in the photo with him? And I'm like, mate, this is his bar. Why would I want to be in the photo? So I was like, please, you go ahead.
Sen, be in the photo.
Be in the photo.
We have our own personal agenda. Be in the photo.
They're not going to at the podcast.
Doesn't matter. You're a face.
But like,
You're a
you know-
well-known face these days, believe it or not.
It's true.
It would have been nice being on broadsheet, no? Like, oh, this is the hottest new bar opening up in Sydney right now.
And we can finally get a fucking article we can put for our verification on Instagram, man.
Oh, I didn't think of that actually. That is a good idea.
Dude, could someone out there write a news article so we can send it into Instagram to prove we're noteworthy?
We just want the blue tick.
That's our hurdle, man.
So Sen's there. The broadsheet was there. I get there late, and then we kick on to a couple of different pubs, and then because it was like a work Christmas party, I could expense an Uber home. So me and Sen were like, all right, let's call it a night. Let's chat.
Please tell me you reported the first guy.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. I'm getting that was a free ride. I haven't got it back. I haven't done it yet.
I want vengeance as well. I want that guy to learn his lesson type vibe.
Yeah, that's outrageous.
He can't just
Like,
drop you off
can't-
at Bondi Junction,
Yeah,
man.
and then just be like, all right, get out.
It's not like he dropped you off 2 blocks away or
Yeah.
a little somewhere. Bro, you're
Three-
further from your destination
Yeah.
than you were to begin with.
And then I had to call another Uber from Bondi Junction, which is more expensive from the Uber from Circular Quay.
What was his reasoning for not, like, what does he mean by it's too expensive to go back?
As in, like, he was just like, I'm not going in that area.
You reckon he planned that the entire time?
No, dude. I
No,
don't
but what's the
think so.
gain for
Well, if
getting
you
a
wanted to stay in
ride?
the Bondi area, then
Yeah, but like, why would you get a ride? He knows I'm going to report him. I'm not going to be like, oh, well, you know what? Fair enough. You go on your way. I'd love to see you make a couple more dollars too.
You take my $30 and the 5-star rating, mate.
have you seen the random aside? Have you seen like the delivery guys who deliver by foot?
No,
I think I saw a TikTok of that someone does it via public transport.
Like at that point, I'll go pick it up myself.
They'll pick up the food, then they'll take the bus to
Yeah.
yours and give you the food.
that is outrageous by foot. As in,
I
like,
swear
they're
I've seen by
walking.
foot. Yeah,
Okay, so like your 10-minute delivery turns into like a 45.
yeah, exactly.
I think if you're getting it delivered and you can walk to the place yourself,
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like,
you're
really,
wasting money.
just
Go pick it up yourself.
think about yourself and think about your life.
Another thing that happened to Sen and I this week is we saw Post Malone. So old Post Malone, but we
For
did
the
it
second time.
for the second time. We heard Sunflower for the third time. we realized on the day, but during the day we did not know whether it was available. It was going to happen.
Yeah,
It was on Wednesday, past Wednesday, and my God, Ro, do you remember the weather on Wednesday?
Yeah, absolutely pouring down, bucketing down.
Storming down as well, you know?
But
Thunder-
your indoor venue, you know, like lovely.
Absolutely not an indoor venue. It was for some reason outdoor at the Domain,
Oh, great.
which was something. So throughout the whole day, I think Jeffrey, who we were with, was also in the office, so he couldn't like just stay
Yeah.
home, right? So he was already invested low key, location wise. Sen and I were sitting pretty at our respective homes. We're like, is this on or not? Sen went to go buy poncho in his lunch break.
to go poncho for me and Jeffrey. I was checking like bomb during the day, Bureau of Meteorology for non-trained listeners, and they said it was the chance of a thunderstorm, possibly severe.
Severe. All right. Did
And I'm like, great, beautiful.
Did you want the concert to be on, or what was the energy in the room?
Well, listeners might have seen our Spotify Wraps or my Apple Music Wrapped. I don't listen to much music as it is, so there's only very few artists where I'd buy a ticket to go to, and unfortunately, Post Malone is one of them. So I was still happy to go.
Right.
Rain, hail, or shine, I was still keen to go see him.
Okay.
I was still keen to go as well. It was just that my shoe options were limited because Domain, it's a grassy area.
Yeah, and it was raining the whole week beforehand.
Exactly.
Essentially,
So
yeah.
very muddy area. I was at my missus' place. I only had my CDG cons, which were very white and very expensive. So I went down to Kmart, bought a $10 pair of brown loafers, and man, I was sorted.
There you go.
You know what? That was actually a great shout from you because I wore my black NMDs, which I sometimes wear on the podcast, and they're pretty much gone.
They're done.
They're
Really?
condemned for the bin at this point.
Dude, I don't even think I would have even considered going and buying a new pair of Kmart
Yeah,
shoes
neither
as
did
an
I,
option.
but I honestly should have.
That's a great
It was a
shout.
great shout.
When you only have white shoes, man, you know how it is. That's the play you need to make. Anyways, we're about, what time is the concert? Like, we were planning to get there 7:30ish.
Yeah.
But by like 6, we get a text and it said, delays. Post Malone will be delayed. Storm delays.
Due to slight storm.
Due to slight storm. As I look outside,
mean?
I can't even see 10 meters across.
Dude, I was on the bus and literally the bus was like splashing water on all the other cars because that's how many puddles there were on the roads.
Wait, was Post Malone on a flight? Like, what do you mean he's delayed?
No, because
No, he was
he was
in
in Sydney, but it's the fact that
It just wasn't safe because there was literally a thunderstorm and we were outdoors with like trees and like electrical equipment.
and the geezers would have to set up
Yeah.
in
that-
like the storm,
yeah, okay, gotcha.
right? And then it's just grass, so the foundations are poor.
But so
No, but this is still not making sense. The guys would have set up during the day. So during the day.
Yeah, but unsafe for the people as well. It's storming, man.
For the patrons, dude.
Okay, so it wasn't delayed. It was just a.
No, it was
Well,
delayed. It
they
said,
said-
don't delay your arrival.
They said, so the doors were meant to open at 6, but they're like, it's not going to be opening at 6, so don't come at 6. Because
Okay.
that was when it was like pouring down.
Right.
And then sucks to be the people that were there at 12 lining up.
Dude, there was a guy that said he was
my.
there. So, well, to be fair, this guy got on the stage in the end, but he said he was there at 9 a.m.
Why?
because he wanted to be like at the very front.
Because there were no reserved
Oh, it's
spots.
like a
It was
marsh.
all general admission. So first come, first serve.
And on the way on the bus in, like, so we came, I was going into the city and like, I didn't know what time we were going to go at this point. I didn't even know if the show was going ahead. And I was just like scrolling through Twitter. And, like some guy had like added Post Malone for some reason and Ticketmaster. He's like, cancel the concert tonight, bro. This weather is fucked. Don't put people through this. And then some other guy replied like 3 seconds later saying, grow a set, you wimp. Dear.
So a lot of Twitter refreshes, but we got a second text, I believe it was, and then
Maybe.
it's a bit more ominous.
Yeah.
It said, do not go to the venue until further advised. You know, stay indoors type vibe, right? So we're on our way to the city. The sky started to blew up. You know, sun rays started coming down. Sen and Jeffrey went for dinner, and then we went to the venue. Fuck me, man. It was Squelch City. So to get in, obviously there's a big line to get your ticket scanned and all that stuff. So on the way there, it was mud.
Why'd you buy loafers? Surely that comes off in the mud. no?
Those are the cheapest pair.
Yeah, but you got to get
And they were-
laces.
and they were
for this
dark
type
as well.
Or like boots or something, gum boots.
No,
I invested in
gumboots.
gumboots on the day, man. I wanted the cheapest pair I could
think
find.
gum-
Gumboots are pretty cheap. I reckon
Yeah.
get it for 20
$20
maybe.
bucks maybe.
Look, I had a nice pair of shoes.
Loafers is a wild choice because like you step and then your heel will lift and the shoe will just get stuck. If you get the shoe stuck,
Okay, that did happen numerous times.
Yeah.
Sen nearly got consumed by the mud as well at points. But we were fucking walking, and then I saw a TikTok the next day. Someone went in heels.
oh, that's
Seriously?
wow.
Yeah. And
look
I can't stress enough how muddy this was.
Dude, it was like Gallipoli, bro. It was like just pure mud. I was just slipping everywhere. You couldn't get a grip. Like my foot legitimately got stuck at one point. Like I had to literally, with all my might, yank my foot out.
Quicksand.
Yeah,
It's genuinely, dude.
dude, it was insane.
And then it was whatever. We get in, you know, we had our ponchos on, it started raining, hood up, hood down. But the concert was nice. The view was good.
Oh,
The
this
view was all
sounds
right.
absolutely miserable.
It was, no, once you're in, it was grass mainly.
The problem was the logistics, just getting to and from. But once you were there, it was fine.
So wait, in the domain, are we talking it's not muddy?
It was muddy where there wasn't grass, but there was a lot of grass. So we
Yeah.
found places with grass.
Okay,
It was,
yeah.
it was lovely foundations.
And it did stop raining maybe about half an hour into the concert.
Yeah, it
so
wasn't really
fine.
raining during, which was good.
What
Apparently-
are these clowns doing inside?
That was
You know what I
that
mean?
was my main.
That was
gripe
our
the
question
entire
until
thing.
we got there, and then we realized how many fucking
Dude,
people
was like,
there were.
I reckon maybe 40, 50,000.
Bro, there was so
heaps
many
of
people.
Go to the SCG, close the roof, and then you got your concert.
Yeah, I mean that. Yeah, that was
Look,
the
in
other thing.
hindsight's 2020, man. If it was sunny blue skies,
done
it would have
that,
been
like-
lovely.
Yeah, but could have done it. Allianz Stadium, ANZ Stadium. We got stadiums at the wazoo here in Sydney.
Look, anyways, we had a good time during
Yeah,
the
we
show.
had a great
It was lovely time. Apparently, someone got pissed on during the show. Did you see that TikTok as
Yeah,
well?
I saw that. That was weird.
There's a guy filming like a postie before me, and you just hear in the background someone yelling out, "What the fuck, bro? Why are you pissing now? What's wrong with you? It's on my leg."
Oh god!
And then yeah, that was good. And then
It's probably the guy waiting from 9 a.m. with no
exactly,
bathrooms.
man, he had,
Yeah, actually,
couldn't lose
probably.
a spot. And as we're heading home, obviously everyone's leaving in the rush, and it was still muddy. So we're walking through the mud. Everyone's trying to go through the patches where it's dry, but you know it's a bit hard. So everyone's getting their shoes muddy. They walk out. When you leave the domain, we were in front of it's the art gallery, right? And then in front there's a nice little like water feature, a nice little pond situation,
Yeah,
right?
fountain.
And then we get there and we're like, why is everyone like huddling around this pond? Something must be going on. There's a kerfuffle, right? And then we see people just fucking stepping in the pond, right? To
it's
clean their
clean.
shoes.
Ah,
Right. So they start cleaning their shoes. And then we start to hear like a big kerfuffle on the other side. So like, we know what's going on. What is happening? We look, bro, there's just some woman lying down in the water.
Dude, it was
What?
Yeah.
in the muddy water.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why?
She was like,
shat.
she was like lying down neck deep.
Like head under the. It's actually disgusting just thinking about it.
Wait, why was she doing? Was she?
That was the question we had.
I needed a
Dude,
dip.
I don't know.
She looked happy as well.
Don't know, man. It was mind-boggling. Like head to
Yeah.
toe drenched in muddy water.
And she's like splashing herself
It's
and like,
disgusting.
5 seconds of fame. And then everyone's watching her, taking photos, whatever. And then out of nowhere, we hear, "Get out of the water."
What's
we
it to you?
We look up. It's the pigs.
What's it to them?
It's the cops.
Dude, it was a bit aggressive from them. He was like a school teacher. It's like, you, come here. And he's like, did the finger wag, like, come here. And he got the woman out of the water, the mermaid out of the water.
And while the mermaid was coming, he was yelling to the other people, get your feet out of the water.
And we looked like the water was just brown at that point.
Oh, yeah. He would have been the first couple of people who cleaned their shoes.
Yeah, they
geniuses.
were pioneers.
But then the rest of them, you're just
monkeys.
muddying it in your own muddy water.
So that was the question. Is it illegal? Was this behavior illegal?
I think it is illegal, to be honest, to like swim in a fountain.
It is or isn't?
Probably, yeah, I think it is.
On what charge, sir?
Public
Vandalism, nuisance. I don't know. Again, we're not good with the law, as discussed last week with our plan to infiltrate someone's home.
Yeah. I don't know what the illegality is, but it definitely is illegal because they got absolutely reprimanded by the
But not
coppers.
charged, so maybe not illegal. Maybe just a...
I think it was just a stern telling off. But also just what are you doing to the woman in the water? Like,
Bro, she must have fucking some sort of disease right now.
she must have been
dude.
on something as well.
So she was in the water where everyone was cleaning their shoes?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Well, that is untenable. I can't defend that.
Well, how are you?
Reprehensible
You're planning
behavior.
to defend it.
Well, you know when you're a kid and you play in the water and
She was
stuff?
absolutely not a kid.
I understand, but maybe she wanted to go back to those days where it's raining and you're already wet and gross. You may as well just get a bit
You
of
would have
amongst
looked at this
it.
water and been like, this is filthy.
Yeah, not ideal, but no, at least she had a good time at the concert.
Anyway, yeah, all in all, good night.
It was raining here in Sydney pretty much all week, so that was pretty much killed most of our sport during the week. So Tuesday Oztag, Wednesday Oztag, no go. But on Monday, unfortunately, the one day it actually was sunny was Monday. So we went to Frisbee with our spirits were high, you know.
After a what, 10?
Yeah,
Coming off
9-4 win or something.
convincing win last week against a team that was supposedly better than us.
Had 3 state players.
Exactly. And this week we were coming up against a team that also had, I think,
One.
One. I thought they had 2.
Nah.
So they had 1 state player. So we're like, all right, we absolutely dismantled that team last week. So this should be an absolute walk in the park. So we rocked up and then we saw the other team. And well, I don't know about you guys, but my immediate red flag was they all had jerseys.
Yeah.
Like
Matching
coordinated jerseys.
yeah.
Exactly. And then we saw their delegate, their spirit leader, their captain, whatever you want to call it. He came across and he was wearing a jersey. He was wearing NSFW shorts, like rep shorts, and he was wearing gloves. He was wearing OJ Simpson gloves.
But the glove did fit.
The glove did fit, and I'm like, shit.
Yeah, he's got accessories, dude. When you start getting accessories,
He was wearing skins as well underneath, and I'll be honest, I was getting a bit scared at this point.
It's actually so funny how just by what people wear, you can just get a feel of how good they are.
Yeah, you can
Do you know
tell
what I
like
mean?
he looked good.
Yeah.
So the game began, and like we said last week, we were going to mic one of us up, and I had the unfortunate pleasure of being mic'd up. So we'll put in a clip right now, and I want you guys to tell how the game went.
I think that these guys are tryhards, apparently. Dude, that guy's got gloves on, bro.
Oh, blunder.
Well done, Divya! Woo! Divya forced a mad turnover here. I've seen tryhards at Oztag, at soccer, at cricket. Fuck, I've seen even tryhards at basketball. I've never seen tryhards at Frisbee until tonight. And I couldn't possibly have less respect for them. Alright, everyone mock up. I got a hat. Bro, just hurry up and fucking throw the fucking Frisbee. We're giving him 0 this week. I don't give a fuck. They're narcs, bro. These guys are the biggest narcs. Oh, guys, who's on it? That's yours, Kaiser. Nice, Kai. Oh, unlucky. All right, turn. These guys are virgins, bro.
I'm not in the spirit of the game.
They're genuine virgins, man. They actually stopped the entire game because we tried to sub. Nice. Move, guys, move. Yeah, bro. All right, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Migs, pick it up. I'm not playing this sport ever again. Fuck this. Bro, it's not even a real sport, bro. Calm down. Oh, great boy, guys, up! You got row? Nice. Row and again. 1, 2, row. Oh yeah, you're gonna realize we're all very sore losers. I'm a massive sore loser. Kush.
Movement, Senny. Great movement.
Dude, why are they so bothered, man? Oh, I actually want to try and push one of them, and like, you know how you're marking them? I kept like push one of them. He's like, oh yeah. I'm like, relax, man.
Around.
Kush. Kaza. Oh, dude. It's a Div 6 Frisbee, you fucking mongs. Oh, you're fucking losers, man. How about you learn to get some fucking friends and touch some grass, you dickheads? Yeah, one of the girls like, oh, grey's not really a dark colour, is it? And then I'm like to her, oh, I'm sorry, I'm colourblind. So I picked it up and I thought it was the right one and she believed me.
Okay. And just what's the extent of physical contact you can do? Like it is non-contact. It's non-contact.
Bro, this guy came and spoke to us like we were fucking like mentally disabled or something. You know, slow down when you run. Fuck off, you fucking. Oh, contact.
Contact.
Oh, guys, gotta be mindful for contact. Kush, maybe you have to go talk to them. Dude, no contact, literally 3 seconds later.
3 seconds later, she fucking knocked. I bless her. Elbow was like, oh, I almost got knocked in contact.
Well, she's like, I'm bleeding.
Alright, this is Sen checking out. Bye-bye.
So yeah, we got absolutely fucking diddled, like with no remorse. It was something you'd get, 20 years in jail for, that kind of reprehensible behavior. We got like these guys were the biggest, and I don't want to use this word, and Kush, you might have to bleep it out, but they were as well. Just from start to finish, they were such tryhards. They were such sticklers for the rules in a sport where there's no fucking rules, where no one is there to govern the rules.
Before we go into, I want to pose a question, and I want you guys to think about this. Were they? I'll say it again. Were they or were we sore losers? All right. So we'll go into the details, and then you let us know what you think.
So yeah, so the game was just happening, and they just very quickly went up 1, 2, 3, 4-0 within about, I reckon, 5 minutes.
Easily. And then, okay, let's pause there. At that stage, you clearly know that you are far better than us.
Oh, I reckon they knew after the first point that they were much better than us.
We obviously didn't know the rules. We were chucking the frisbee around, like maybe the average pass distance was like 2 meters.
Yeah.
I was dropping them as well. Like it was just, we were clearly not a frisbee team.
Right? Let's say we're playing soccer or Oz tag, something that we actually competent at.
Yeah.
Right? We start pacing a team like that, then it's absolute tools down.
Yeah, yeah.
We're just going to like start chucking some, like, have a bit of fun with the rules a little bit, play around with ourselves.
Yeah.
Hey. That's for afterwards.
But these guys,
no such indication. Is that lack of awareness, which I doubt. They definitely knew they were better. So what's the only reason? They're
And I'm also going to say, I didn't notice before those 4 points, but I did notice after the 4 points, they started filming.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they were filming the first 4 points, so I can't say that they started at that point.
I'm pretty sure they were filming like the entire thing.
Well, there you go. They wanted
that makes it
highlights.
better then. Yeah, it's a little showboat highlight reel for the lads, which I actually don't mind. I actually think that's fine.
There was a few instances where it really, made my blood boil.
Because the annoying part as well is like after every point, it's up to the discretion of the team that scored to restart the game.
Correct.
Right? So like you start again in the end zones and you can take all the time you want and then you tell the other team you're ready to play. Mm-hmm. Surely you're 5-0 up. Anything will work against these idiots.
I don't know what they were discussing.
You just need to throw the frisbee thrice and you've scored, right? But they're like full tactics at the back. Let's run fucking horror or some shit.
Between each point, it was like a 3 to 4 minute delay. So they're obviously doing some strategizing, which they obviously don't need to do. And, and like I said, our game's at 8:30. We want to go home. We're happy to get pasted and jet, but these guys are taking 5 minutes between each point. Then we get a couple of the rules wrong, right?
This is what
we
I
don't know the
to.
rules. And then their spirit leader, right, comes up to us very condescendingly.
Unbelievably condescendingly.
And he's like, well, excuse me, you're actually not allowed to sub while the play is going. What you actually have to do is call an injury timeout, and then you can sub.
Yeah, so essentially you can only sub.
No, the rule doesn't matter. The rule doesn't matter, but it's just the way that he was explaining as if we were children.
And then not even 37 seconds later, Manu subs off during a point.
I don't give a shit, man.
Then we got another lecture, right?
Yeah.
We got another lecture about
maybe, I reckon about 3 minutes later.
3 minutes later, right? Or whatever.
I want to stress to the listener, they literally stopped the entire game.
Yeah.
Their spirit leader came over to Kush, I guess to us all really, and delivered this lecture. What was the next one about?
It was a sermon, right? This guy's preaching to us. He stops the game and then he's like, look, there's been a little bit too much contact, right? You guys are, we know it's accidental contact. There's too much of it. We got to slow it down, right? This is a non-contact sport, right? I'm sitting here like, okay, brother. Like, there's literally, and I have to stress this, right? The barest of margins.
Minimal
like,
contact.
It's not like we're going shoulder to shoulder, like argy-bargy, rocking these guys silly. Like, there's been a slight collision because we weren't allowed to wear boots and some people are slipping in the wet. You know what I mean?
And we're also trying to catch the frisbee.
Trying to catch the frisbee. And in that process, there has been like the barest of touches, right?
I've had more contact standing on the bus to the city. Like there was barely any contact.
I cannot stress how little contact there was. Okay, fine. Thank you very much, Spirit Leader, for that. We'll try to avoid the accidental contact, right? The fact that he stressed it was accidental. Then 3 minutes later, one of their girls like just elbows our girl in the face.
Like it was literally the next play. Like you couldn't script how funny it was.
Yeah.
Like the comedic timing of it. And I'm pretty sure it might have been called a mic as well. Like I immediately started yelling, "Oh guys, no contact, remember, no contact."
Anyways, moral of the story is we hate Frisbee. We don't want to play this sport ever again.
My favorite part was when Ro was defending someone and they were trying to throw the frisbee. And I don't know what came into you, Ro. I don't know what rules came into your mind.
Demons.
But you went to reach in for a steal. Like you're in the fast break, gonna fucking dunk a basketball, mate. And I could tell straight away afterwards, you're like, fuck. You know.
You know, because you're not allowed to slap. If they have the Frisbee in their hand,
you can only
slap it once it's been just like released.
Yeah.
Correct.
But I don't know, something snapped in my head and I just slapped it out of the guy's hand.
Frustration.
And then what? And then Sen saw the reaction of some girl.
Dude, this girl, like, it was like you stabbed her mother or something. She just like stood there, mouth open, like
dumbfounded that I could even
just bewildered, and you just done that. I'm like, Jesus Christ.
And I think the best summation, I wish Kush was here to tell this because it's his story. But the best summation of how sticklers they were, right? So obviously there's no ref and there's no shot clock, there's no clock, whatever. So you have to, when you defend, you only have 10 seconds to release the frizz, right? So it's up to the defender to count to 10. Then Kush obviously was defending someone and he wants to defend, right? So he's like 1, 2, 3 for whatever. And I think the guy releases the frizz and then he taps Kush and he's like, Kush, mate, you're meant to count down from 10 to 1, not 1 to 10. And then Kush was like, what the fuck?
I think it really annoyed Kush because I heard Kush retell that story about 7 times that night. He just really lived rent-free in his head.
No, but each time he told it, there was an additional detail that made it worse. So then what happened is like, I think a couple of minutes later, Kush was guarding the same guy. And then obviously Kush doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
So he's like, oh, 1, 2, 3. And then apparently the other guy was like, And it's like, what difference does it make, man? Come on.
And there was also one, sorry, last one. I know we're yarning about this a lot, but I just want to get this off my chest. The last thing that really annoyed me about this game was, again, the team was clearly better than us. They were stomping us. At this point, it was like 9-0 potentially, right? And like Migs said, you have 10 seconds to release the Frisbee. Kush releases the Frisbee, like passes it. And it was like a borderline call, right? It could have been just after 10, but it was maybe like could be just under 10, right? Very borderline call. Could have been 50-50. Surely you just give it to us.
Yeah, benefit of the doubt.
Do you know what I mean? Better for the doubt, just let it happen, right? And then Kush releases the Frisbee, play goes on for 30 seconds, and then they just like, stop, pause,
Yeah.
restart, go back. You'd release it after 10 seconds. It's a turnover.
Because I think what happened was, I think Kush and the guy defending him, I think they just like had a little chat like, oh, was that 10, whatever. And then to be fair to the guy defending him, he's like, oh, I don't know, maybe like it could have been 10. And then their old spirit leader heard it like 10 meters away and he's like, was that 10? Was that 10? Oh, let's call that. Let's not like whatever. Like,
What a stupid
brother,
sport.
give us a point, bro. You're like fucking 10-0 up.
Like, I don't want charity, but like when you're winning that much,
Yeah, just
it's like you don't care about
Like-
the other team. Like, yeah, let them have a
like the 50-50 calls, just allow it.
Allow
Who
it.
cares?
And like that's not us being sore losers. That's actually, dare I suggest, spirit of the game.
There's a thing called the spirit of the game, and there was no spirit there, especially in this fucking spirit circle afterwards.
Oh, yeah, the spirit circle. Just, I know we're dragging this on for so
No,
long.
I need it off my chest, man. It's fired me up again. I forgot about all this shit.
The other team, the spirit leader, gave us a revving, beautiful motivational speech at the end of the game saying, you guys are so good. You just keep going, keep at it.
massive
One day,
potential. You
Yeah.
guys can become us in the next
yeah, he's
few
like, one day
years.
you guys can be like us. I'm like, oh, shut up, mate. It's the most condescending, like sarcastic thing I've heard in my life.
Shut up, gloves.
For the record, we did lose 14-2 because I don't think we've mentioned that yet.
But I will say, I think we were sore losers, but I do think
Absolutely.
they were clowns.
The sorest of losers, but they were also not, innocent in all this.
Alrighty, last mini segment of the log. We're going to be rating office snacks. Today we'll be rating EY's office snacks. Alrighty. Look, thank you very much for the listener who sent this in. Honestly, EY, this is pretty stock standard, right? They've got coffee machines.
Yeah.
They've got fruits. They've got biscuits. They've got a fridge with milk. They've got some tea. To be honest, this is pretty plain Jane is what I would say. One thing of note, dare I suggest, is the little passion fruit cake in the fridge. Just in the bottom corner. Anyone can take it apparently. Help yourself, which I think actually adds to it.
Are you meant to just raw dog the cake like that? Shouldn't there be a covering on top of it? Like a box maybe? That's kind of chat. Like it's just open.
Bro, that cake had a different use in the morning and whoever had it just chucked it in the fridge. Like whoever wants it, fucking take it.
That's kind of gross.
No, I don't mind that. If I
So
see
it
cake,
should still be in the cake box.
that actually is a fair point.
But then how would you know there's a cake for you to grab?
No, you can still put the sign. Sign can be on stuck on the box.
Fair enough then.
Also the coffee machine. It's a bit, I don't know, Schmick is the name of the brand. I've never heard of it. Also, you have to put your own milk in there.
Please ensure there is milk in the fridge before using the machine.
Well, no, that's pretty.
That's the job of the facilities, mate.
Exactly.
They
Hey,
get paid.
KPMG coffee machine, not like that. The PwC coffee machine, not like that.
Ah, okay. Because like at the WeWorks and stuff that I'm at, you have to put the milk in yourself, or like if the milk runs out, well, yeah, you go to the fridge and put it in. You guys are spoilt.
Yeah, that's why we works in the fucking mud, man, because
Yeah,
of
didn't they go
practices like
bankrupt?
this.
What about the fruit box? Why is half the fruit not in the box? It's just overflowing with fruit.
Yeah, that's the problem. Did someone put this out or is it for decoration? Like, what is it?
Are these the fruits that are trying to escape? Is this like some sort of Toy Story situation?
Yeah, when there's a
Fruits will
human
come
in the
to
room,
life?
they freeze.
No, I think this person who sent it in is decorated. That looks like a little bit of placement, dare I suggest.
You reckon?
So you reckon the person that sent us the photo has put some fruits in the front?
Why else would there be apples and oranges and mandarins outside of that box? Honestly, the spread is good.
I was going to say it's a great
Yeah,
spread.
and I like the fact that it's in a wooden box. It makes it feel a bit rustic, dare I suggest.
What about the tea? Temple Tea Co. Never heard of this brand. And apparently no one at EY has heard of it. It's been untouched. Look at it.
No one absolutely wants this.
No one wants the tea or the Nescafe sachets here either.
So we got stock standards, biscuits or whatever, but the most egregious thing I'm seeing is this vending machine,
Yeah.
for God's sake. Why are people having to pay for a Coke?
I'm speechless, bro. I am speechless. Come on.
I'm just having a look at what's in there. You got extra chewing gum in the vending machine. I've never seen that before. You got tuna. Who's buying tuna out of a vending machine?
Not ideal. Look, and there's water. The craziest thing is this bottled water.
Bottled water.
Surely not.
Who's buying bottled water out of a
Is that
vending machine?
insinuating there is no water in the EY office?
Wouldn't be surprised.
All right, look. Vending machine is a big detriment to me. What
Yeah.
do we think EY is?
It's pretty standard stuff. Coffee machine, tea, coffee, fruit, biscuits,
No snacks, no
No.
chips, paid snacks.
paid snacks, and the tea is not even a good brand of tea. You got to fill the milk yourself in the coffee machine. So I don't know. I can't give it anything more than a 2 or a 3, really.
Ernst & Young should be doing better.
It should actually be doing much better. So we'll give it a 3.
Alrighty, today's game is the game of lies. So we love to do trivia on this podcast, but today's trivia with a twist. There are 3 options. You can write the correct answer, you can write the incorrect answer, or you can steal someone else's answer. So both of you start off with 10 points. Manny, if you get the correct answer and Sen gets the correct answer, 1 point each. Very simple. You get the wrong answer. Both you get the wrong answer, -1 point. But there's one twist. Manny, if you want to steal Sen's answer, right, and he gets it correct and you steal the correct answer, you get +2 points. But if he gets the answer wrong, and they're very simple trivia questions, so you can write it wrong on purpose, then you will lose 2 points.
So it's more so about gamesmanship than getting the right and wrong
Correct.
answers.
Yeah, it's not about general
Interesting.
knowledge today. It's about Migs versus Sen. And as discussed last week, one of you guys will be getting a Christmas present from one of us. So this game will determine where everyone sits in the leaderboard. Right now, Sen's on 1 point. The rest of us on 0.
Beautiful.
So let's move on to week 2. Game of Lies, question 1. Which country won the FIFA Women's World Cup in 2019? Well.
Oh, I do know the answer. You're right. I do know the answer.
Remember, options are you can write the answer or you can steal Migs' answer.
Yeah, but nah. Okay.
All right, are we ready? Migs, what do you have?
Put Zimbabwe.
Incorrect.
I put USA.
Oh,
Damn it.
Sen is on the board. Was that gamesmanship from both of you?
I
you
know
know
it was
the answer?
from him.
I thought he was going to go for a steal.
Nah. I knew the second you said you knew it, I knew, all right, this guy's going to try and stitch me up. So I just went for a guess of a country.
Alrighty, Senny, congratulations. 11 Migs, you're on 9 points. All right, I guess we got, you know how the game works now, right?
Yeah, interesting.
All right, head to head, who's got the best psychological manipulation? Question 2. In the TV series Stranger Things, what was Eleven's real name?
Of course, one of my favorite shows of all time.
Yeah, same, dude. I've watched every episode.
You mean the name of the character or the actress who played?
Not Millie
11?
Bobby Brown. I'm looking for, what is Millie Bobby Brown's character?
I see.
11,
Okay.
her English name.
Oh, okay. I was going to give her Indian.
No,
name,
yeah,
so
no.
I'm glad
just
you
to
clarified
clarify.
that.
Yeah, of course. Sen, I saw a little flourish in the stroke.
Yeah.
Mine, you locked it in?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Sen, what is the answer?
I've gone for Mo Salah.
See, here's the thing, right?
Number 11.
He knew I would not know the answer.
Correct.
Right? So it was, am I going to steal or am I going to write a wrong answer and get, minus points anyways? So I've stolen, so I've lost 2 points.
Why have you done
Yeah,
that?
why'd you steal?
Why have you done that?
No, because I don't know. Maybe we'll go for the right answer.
No, but I didn't know it either.
I thought he knew it.
I had no idea.
You're a TV man. I thought you'd know it.
No.
That's okay. Well, there you go. -1 each. So Sen back on 10.
No.
Isn't that -2 for him?
Oh,
He
sorry.
stole the wrong answer.
Yeah.
Oh,
so I'm
I'm
on
s-
7.
I'm on, mate. It's not like Yu-Gi-Oh! Where you get a 0 and you lose your life points.
No,
You're trying to
mate.
go up.
So what's Sen on?
The Sen's
I'm
still
on
11.
10. No, I go to 10.
No,
don't
no,
I?
you don't lose a point. If that
It's a
happens,
successful steal.
correct.
But if we both steal, it's
It
0
is.
each.
Yeah. Gotcha.
So,
So I'm
11,
down by
7.
4 already.
All right, here we go. Massive mountain to climb. Here we go. Question. Which country hosted the 2016 Summer Olympics? We'll start from Sydney 2000,
Work our way forwards.
Athens 2004, Beijing
Wait, did you say
2008.
city or country?
I'll give you the country.
Okay. But you'll accept the city as well.
I will accept the city as well.
Okay.
I think you both know it, but which mind game will win? Let's have a look. Sen, show us your answer. Steal.
Manu?
I wrote Portugal.
Oh, what a play! What a play!
God damn it.
Oh.
Uh,
Did you know he was going to steal?
I had a feeling.
That
I had
is
a
it. Mate.
because I'm low on points, man. It could be a thing where I need to get some safe points. I've gone bold again.
So what's that? We're both on 9 now.
I'm on 7 because I don't get any points.
doesn't get any points. You
But
just
you
lose
lose 2
2.
points.
Oh.
Is
Dude,
it-
he should be getting points for that. I don't get. Okay, yeah, I lose, but he should also be getting points.
No, because you got the wrong answer. Why should you get
The
points
gap's
for a wrong
gone from
answer?
4 to
Ah,
2
but
now.
that was Techers. He knew I would steal there.
It's fine,
Look,
man.
it is what it is. So
Close the gap.
Nine.
I'm on
9-7.
9. All right.
Next question. Which animated film features a character named Simba? One of the more challenging questions we've had on this
okay.
quiz.
All right.
I don't think anyone's put the correct. Oh, Sen went one correct answer.
Yeah,
the first
yeah.
ever one. But have a think about. It's like scissors paper rock. You know. Oh, he's gonna go scissors.
It's game theory. This is just game
It
theory.
is, man. It literally is.
What is the optimal strategy here?
Well, you both did game theory in university.
Yeah, I did a whole subject of it actually.
Manu, what have you gone?
Econ 1401. Shout out
Shut up. I'm going Tarzan.
on Toy Story.
Oh,
Oh, I
minus
should've-
one each, but that's okay.
I should have secured it. Easy.
That's all right. No dramas.
Hindsight's 2020, boys.
Next question. If it's 9 a.m. in Sydney, what time is it in Perth?
That's a fucking fantastic question.
Have a think about it. Just yeah, Perth. Forward, back. Where are we vibing?
Daylight savings time or normal time?
This is right now, which is daylight saving time.
Okay.
AEDT. That's Manny's rubbing his answer
Yeah.
out.
Changes my calculations.
Okay. Answers being written. Sen, show us your answer.
On 7 a.m.
7 a.m. is incorrect.
I've got 7 a.m.
Oh, 6 a.m. boys. 3 hours difference.
See, this is actually poor for me because my missus was in Perth like a couple of weeks ago.
Ah, you
I should've
donkeys.
fucking
But it
remembered.
doesn't matter. Look, difference is still by 2.
Yeah.
Who is the lead singer of the band Coldplay? Sen, I
I
saw
actually
you bought
hate this game,
You
man.
bought tickets? Manu, a musical genius, dare I suggest. Superstar.
Enough with the glazing, bro.
Manu?
Chris Martin.
Sen.
On Sting.
Oh, dearie me.
I listened to you, bro. I listened to you.
Chris Martin obviously is the correct answer. So, Sen, you lose a point, my friend.
All right, I'm on 7.
Manu,
Get a point.
there you go.
All right.
7 all now.
7 all. Jesus.
What a game.
We've just lost 3 points
Yeah.
each.
For no reason.
2 questions remaining.
Jesus.
Okay. I like this. We're actually tight. It's not a blowout like most weeks. Next question is this. What is the pH value of a neutral solution? pH value of a neutral solution. Think back to your chemistry days, Miss Harmon.
I famously did not do well in chemistry.
Sen, you did all right in chemistry. But this
Yeah,
is a very...
thanks to David and shout out my boy.
Manu, what's the answer?
7.
7 is correct. Sen?
I've gone the same amount of points. I'm on 7.
Okay, well, this is really, this is it.
This is it. 8 all.
This is it. 8 all. Who is going to be brave? That is the question. Well, do I give you do you want an easier question or a harder question? I'll give you the option.
I think an easier question makes it more
easier
interesting.
question makes it so much harder.
Okay. Which EPL manager has won the most Premier League titles? I think you both would know this answer. Now it's a game of chess.
There's so many permutations and combinations going through my head.
Who wants it all? All right, Manny, have you written your
Do I
answer?
suggest we show the answer at the same time?
I would like that. I would really like
Count
that.
us down,
so of
Ro.
course, the answer is Sir Alex Ferguson.
Yes.
That is the answer that we're looking for. 3, 2, 1, show. Sen has written Sir Alex Ferguson and Manu has gone Steele.
well done. Well
Come
done.
on,
Right.
man.
And I think there was a massive bit of gamesmanship there. Manu, obviously Sir Alex Ferguson, long name.
Yeah.
Manu sat there writing and writing and writing.
I'm
and
glad
Sen,
I'm glad you picked up on
Sen
that.
had a little glance to see what was happening,
Unbelievable.
I let
What
you
a game.
yawn, cover the noise, and I rubbed it out.
rubbed it out and gone Steele.
Steal Alex Ferguson.
Oh, that was exhilarating. I got to say, well done, Manu. 1-1, me and Kush on 0. We run it back next week. As always, this episode is sponsored by our great friends at Manscaped. Santa Baby, the season for a fresh cut is finally here with the sponsors of today's show, Manscaped. The leaders in below-the-waist grooming have just launched their 5th generation lawnmower to help you and... Oh, I've already read this. I read this last week. To help you avoid another silent night in the bedroom this year. Yesterday, I used the plow, which is the razor. I actually, that's what I use every second day. And I got an excellent compliment on the state of my face at my work Christmas party. They said the cut was looking fresh because I did a little bit of cleanup of the mow and people noticed. And I'm thinking if I'm using a competitor, not going to name names, Manscaped, dare I suggest, is
Correct.
the best anyone could ever get.
Oh,
Now that's the plan. Then we got the Lawnmower 5.0, right? Shave your pubes. We don't want to go too, blue on this podcast, but dare I suggest they're an excellent product for anything that you need. And if you use the code TCB at checkout, you get 20% off and free shipping. So what are you waiting for?
what's it doing?
It's almost Christmas.
Yeah.
Secret Santas are coming up. Bad Santas are coming up.
You can
Actual
buy-
Christmas is coming up. You need gifts.
you
Gifts
need
galore.
gifts. So there's a couple of trinkets on Manscaped. Buy something for yourself. Buy something for your work Christmas party. But don't buy it if it's someone you hate. You know what I mean? Like, do not buy Manscaped as a screw you gift.
Yeah, exactly.
Because they're going to sit there, open it, and be like, wow, this is the best gift I've ever received in
This
my
guy
life.
must love me.
So if you don't want that, go buy Manscaped. TCB, 20% off at checkout, manscaped.com.
We're back with the tier list segment. We've gone a few weeks without doing it. Just to recap, we've looked at bars, we've looked at clubs, we've looked at after work dinner spots, and now we're going to look at famous Sydney food chains. So we threw it out on Instagram, give us some ideas and some examples of food chains. So we've taken that into consideration, and we've got a nice list of 12 here that we're going to go through. So to recap the tiers that we have, the same ones that we've usually used in the past. So the 5 tiers, the top one is the GOAT tier. The second one is the good tier. The middle tier is the serviceable tier. Tier 4 is last resort. And the bottom one is trash.
Beautiful. Can we have a quick disclaimer just before we start this, right? These food chains that we're rating are most of them are very good, in my opinion. So if we, chuck some things at serviceable that are perhaps you think are really good, just think about where, just look at the rest of the list and do it relative.
It's relative. It's all relative. So
Let's begin.
You're still going to get hate, bro.
Yeah,
I don't know why you've said that. You're still going to get hate.
none of that spiel is going on to TikTok or Instagram. So all
the
the
people that
comments-
did hear it don't give a shit.
Yeah.
They're going to slander you regardless.
True. All right.
All right. First one, Sushi Hub.
I would say the best sushi chain in Australia, Sydney, whatever.
Yeah. As the name suggests, to those who don't know, it is just, I guess,
The hub.
the hub of sushi. They
You
do all
can't go
kinds-
wrong with hubs.
They do all kinds of sushi, your rolls, your sashimis, all sorts with them. And it's mass produced There's many, it's accessible, which is why it's a good thing.
When I go to a shopping center and if I want Sushi Hub is what I look for first.
Yeah, I agree.
If they've got a Sushi Hub, I know I can beeline there and get a good standard.
So the entertainment book has Sushi Hub multiple vouchers. So that, in my eyes, massive tick. But they paid our friend Jeffrey $8 an hour. So look, you take the good with the bad.
Yep.
I think the sushi at Sushi Hub is decent. For a chain, not bad.
Dude, Sushi Hub have their own scratchies as well, like instant win scratchies. If you spend $20 or more, like they give you a little scratchy, and then I scratched and I got a free chicken roll as well. Unbelievable.
Oh, that's quite nice.
I think this little discussion has summed up the pod. I've gone with the food, you've gone with the financials, and you've gone with the gambling.
They cater to everyone at Sushi Hub, I'll tell you that.
So tick in and of itself.
But where are we putting it in the zeitgeist of the tier list?
Look, knowing the things that we've coming up, I think it's serviceable. I think it's
It does the job.
Sushi.
It does the job.
And it's not overly priced either.
No, it's reasonable.
Serviceable it is. Alrighty, Sushi Hub will go into serviceable. Next up, we got rolled.
Oh, well. My old nemesis rolled.
Nemesis.
I think I've gotten food poisoning from rolled twice.
Seriously?
Yeah, the vermicelli rolls. Like, I don't know how long they've been sitting there. To be fair, it was the end of the day, so maybe we'll victim blame me. But rolled for me, okay, first of all, Vietnamese is already cheap.
Yeah.
So why do we need a chain, even cheaper, just at such a substandard quality? Roll to me is at the very bottom of this list.
Yeah, I used to get the fur from there back when I worked
The
in...
fur is stinky,
It
bro.
was dog shit.
It's bathwater is what it is.
I'd rate the rolls though, the rice paper rolls.
You really?
Because they have a deal I know exactly the deal Rohit's talking about. 3 for 10 at the end of the day.
That is the one.
Well, that's why it's 3 for 10.
But I think it's hit and miss. If you get the good ones, you're having a good time. If you get the ones that are a bit stale, then you're shitting on the toilet for the next few days.
Surely. Food-wise, the quality is terrible.
I haven't been in a while, but I remember they used to do like these deep fried spicy prawn things. They were kind of decent. I'll give them
sound
that.
quite nice.
Yeah, but deep fried, bro. How could you get that
You're
wrong?
right. And it had the spicy mayo was quite good as well, just quietly. I don't know how Vietnamese that is, but
The mayo aioli that they use.
I think in the grand spectrum of Vietnamese food, they're at the bottom.
dude, it's a blight on Vietnamese food.
The grand scheme of food chains, they're not at the top. So
Dude, they're at the very bottom,
yeah.
dare I suggest. Ho Chi Minh would be rolling in his grave. So we're putting rolled in the trash category.
say
Yes.
less.
All right. Keeping on the theme of things that end with LL''D. Next up is grilled.
Zenny had grilled the other day.
I did.
What was your experience?
It was better than I thought. I haven't had grilled in, I reckon, maybe 6-7 months. And then I went on Wednesday before Post Malone. Delightful. Because I saw a video during the week of this. Have you seen the chef Andy?
Yeah.
So he has a YouTube channel now. And he did the top 3 burgers in Australia versus the top 3 burgers in America. So he looked at...
He put grilled as a top 3 burger in Australia.
Not only that, he put grilled as the number 1 burger across all 6. And he looked at Shake Shack. He looked at In-N-Out Burger, grilled. There was like 2 other Betty's burgers.
Betty's.
Jokes. He had Betty's 1, but grilled was 2 or 3. Like he had grilled quite high. So I'm like, all right, well, I'm going to go try grill then. And
How was it?
yeah, it was not bad. It's like a healthy alternative to a burger.
Yes. Grilled is a healthy burger. Okay, let's put that out there. Fine. But it tastes healthy.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is the problem.
I was going to get to that. I want a dirty burger. I don't want a healthy burger.
Or I want a healthy burger that tastes a bit dirty. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't want a healthy burger. That's a sandwich to me. Do you know what I mean? At the end of the day.
I do like their chips though. Their chips are not bad.
Look, I have come in with a completely opposite opinion. Let me just say I'll just say one thing about grilled, right? I think grilled, out of all the burger shops in Sydney, it's the worst one.
Okay.
The bread, I think, is terrible. Like, it's not like a brioche bun. It's like a grainy, like bready type
Bread.
Yeah. Wow. God, that's real bad English.
The meat, the fillings.
Like, obviously high quality, right? The fillings, but the actual combinations that they have, I don't think are tasty.
Yeah, right.
Like, it's a beef burger, but there's like, to make it healthy, they're not putting like nice, good sauces on it. They're just chucking, I don't know, watered down mayonnaise essentially.
And mind you, their standard cheeseburger is about $16.50 just off the bat. So it's not cheap either. You are paying a premium.
The, what is it? Oregano and herb chips aren't doing it for you, Ro? That's not redeeming it?
The chips are good. The chips are fine.
The zucchini chips.
The skinny chips are a bit rogue.
They're
Yeah,
right.
I walk in and him eating grilled, right? And I've like gotten sushi from Sushi Hub. So there you go. I walk in and him and Jeffrey have gone the trio of chips. So it's like
the share plate.
So it's like potato, sweet potato, and zucchini. They've polished off the potato and sweet potato. The zucchini is full to the brim.
Well, you
And then Sen hit me with have as many as you want.
feeling generous that day, Senny.
I had one. It was a bit ass.
But I really like zucchini chips usually. But yeah, the grilled ones are not amazing.
Sorry, where are we putting grill then?
Well, I don't know, because apparently Andy Escapes or whatever, he's chucking it at number 2 in the world.
Bro, where are you putting grilled?
I am dead set putting it on the same category as rolled. That is my honest opinion with
Trash.
grilled. Trash. And they do the stupid, I mean, it's not stupid. You know what?
Go on, after you purchase.
Well, yeah, they donate some of their money to a charity of your choice. You purchase, they give you a bottle cap, you put it into, one of 3
jars.
Okay, that's all well and good for the winner. What about guide dogs? What about Save the Children?
I think they all get a bit of money, don't they? It's not a competition like
It's in ratio of bottle caps, dude.
Oh, okay. I've been misled then. I thought it was just some wait staff at Grilled. The first time I ever went to Grilled, gave me the bottle cap. Obviously, I had no idea what to do with it. They're like, oh, just vote for your best one. The winner gets a donation or whatever from that week's revenue.
Right. The other 2, condemned to hell. Fuck them.
So then you're sitting there like, oh, do I want to give it to the Fred Hollows Foundation?
Or the Cancer Society?
Or Beyond Blue? Now I'm forced to choose where I stand with the levels of disease in this country.
Okay, getting back on track. Where are we?
No, I think that moral dilemma is part of it.
Part of it. I feel like a terrible human being because I can only vote for one of these clowns.
You know what? I think that is a fair point. That is a very fair point.
Trash. Next up, we have one of my favorites, GYG.
Guzman y Gomez.
Unbelievable. I've already talked at length on this podcast about how much I love him. During the week, I went and got another breakfast burrito. Dare I suggest it is the best breakfast item in Sydney. Hands down.
It is.
The chorizo is beautiful. The eggs have a lovely texture. The hash brown is crisp.
And all together, it comes in beautifully. I will say, look, all right.
I'm fiending one now, to be honest.
GYG's, let's be real. We all agree here. GYG is a top notch, but
yes,
maybe some downsides, right? GYG has a drive-through.
I haven't tried it yet.
You shouldn't. It takes you 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
It's not fast food. I don't know why they would decide to chuck a drive-through at a burrito shop. Because you're sitting there in the parking lot waiting for your burrito at length.
To be fair, Taco Bell does have drive-thrus and they just pump them out, mate.
Yeah, but Taco Bell, they don't make it at order. It's probably sitting in a vat for like a couple hours, man.
The whole point of GYG is that it's fresh ingredients, made to order, prepared.
Yeah, gotcha.
Handcrafted.
Dare I suggest I'm a contrarian. I prefer the Mad Mexes of the world over GYG.
You're so wrong for that.
Mad Mex, I don't, but I do prefer Zambreros over GYG.
This is just getting Roger and Roger.
No, dude.
Zambies.
Zambies is the best
It's
burrito
not,
place.
dude. Not even close. Dude, GYG has an app as well where every 10th order you're getting $10 off. Unbelievable.
Yeah, but Mad Mex has a nutritional guideline where I can customize my order and get the exact macros.
And Zambies, they let you chuck in Doritos on your burrito, and that crunch while you're eating it is spectacular.
So positives and negatives for all, mate.
Nah, let's get back to GYG here. In the spectrum, where are we putting it?
I think if I look at it from the perspective of if I'm in a food court, if I'm in a shopping center, I see a GYG, I'm very likely to pick that over a lot of other things.
Yeah.
It is a great staple. I think it is good.
All right, so GYG will go into good. Next up, we have a more lesser known one, I guess, one for the hectics. It's Chubby Buns.
This one is a proper if you know type vibe.
Yeah.
Well, give us a description. What's Chubby Buns, man?
Well, as the name suggests, it is,
Buns of which
are chubby. So it's a burger truck. There's one on Parramatta Road near Lidcombe. I believe there are other venues.
There's one in Blacktown.
One in Blacktown, and there's one in near Top Ride.
Yeah. So they've expanded business. So they've entered the chain category.
They've done nicely for themselves, I got to say.
What are your thoughts on it, Senny?
I've always been a big fan. I haven't gone often, but if I am in the area, I'll always pop by. And I remember, maybe not now, but back in the day, you could get a burger from them for like $8.
Yeah,
like
super cheap.
Fresh,
Order.
like a thick, fat, like dirty burger for $8. Unbelievable.
You could get a combo for 12, I believe.
I think it was, yeah.
So big portion of chips, a big boy burger, and a drink for 12. That was...
And even now, let's say a burger's $12. Still, in this climate, that's a good deal, What are your thoughts on it, Ro?
Well, I think very reasonably priced. One downside, I haven't been to the Top Ride ones or whatever, but I've been to the one at Lidcombe. Parking is
horrendous.
non-existent. So, I mean, it's a food truck.
Yeah.
And it's quite a popular joint. So oftentimes it's actually quite difficult to find parking.
Mate, there's parking out the back. There's side street parking.
Yeah, but let's say you're someone that's never been, or you haven't been told, the situation. You're on Parramatta Road.
Yeah.
Stress City.
Like a top 3 busiest road in Sydney.
I think it's the busiest road in Sydney.
And it's just there.
Yeah.
yeah,
How am I meant to know where to go?
that is true.
Now, let's go to the food quality. I don't think the burgers are that good. I think the burgers, how do I describe this? Okay, they use fake ingredients is
Okay,
my
well,
biggest gripe, right?
What does that even mean?
Like they'll chuck in here's your bacon burger, except it's like, what is it, the bacon that they use?
The beef rasher, because it's halal.
So yeah, full disclosure, it's halal, so they don't have any kind of bacon as such. So they give you beef bacon is what they call it. I don't know exactly what it is, but yeah, it's not the same as bacon.
So I understand it is halal, fair enough, but I just don't think the beef rashers or the beef bacon is very good.
They're not as good as pork rashers.
Of course not, but like they don't
There you
even
go.
like,
In the same
it's
ballpark.
like completely, just get rid of them. Don't even have them. Don't even have a pork burger.
Get the burger without the beef bacon then.
I don't know.
Or also remove it.
It's not a bad burger,
Yeah.
but like it's better than grilled. I'll just put that out there. Way better than grilled. Light years ahead.
Is it as good as, are we saying a GYG or a sushi hub?
No.
No, I'm going
Comparatively.
to say no. I might have pushed it up if it was still $8. Because that was the main draw back in the day, that it was fucking cheap.
Yeah, because I remember one of our mates when we used to go, he used to get 2 burgers. Like these burgers are big.
I think that was me.
Yeah, it was you
Back in the day, brother.
and Josh as well. But both of you used to smash 2 burgers.
2 burgers, one of which was a
$60.
combo.
Unbelievable.
One combo, mate.
Yeah.
Living life. That's $20.
Oh, I feel I'm being harsh on chubby buns now.
So where do we put chubby buns?
I'm being serviceable.
Yeah.
I think if you're in the area, it's a lovely, lovely option to have. Sometimes I'd drive out to it. It's a good option to have. Yeah, serviceable, I agree.
All right, so chubby buns goes into serviceable. Next up, we have fishbowl.
I like the idea of fishbowl in when I think about it, but I've walked past it so many times and I've opted not to get it.
Yeah, full disclosure, I've never been to fishbowl. I've never tried
What?
it. So
Have you ever had a poke bowl?
only when I played Emerald and maybe Diamond and Pearl.
All right, big man.
No, I have had a Pokeball, but not from fishbowl. No.
I think it's good, but what I find is sometimes when I get the large bowl, I find that I can't finish the whole thing. And by the time, by the time
Too much food.
and by the time I get like 3/4 in, I'm like, I'm not having fishbowl for another fucking few months.
Is it? Do they pump it up that much?
No, as in like I maybe this is just me. I get sick of a Pokeball. You know, I can have one and that's me done for 2 quarters.
Yeah.
Half the financial year, I'm good to go.
Okay.
So I don't think it's an option you can go recurring in my eyes.
Okay.
I have to humbly disagree. I think Fishbowl is one of the best chains in Sydney, hands down.
So if there was a fishbowl in your local shopping centre, how often you going?
Like frequently. Like for example, every time I go into the office, lunch, it's always Fishbowl. Like
It sounds value for money as well, if that's what mine is saying, if they pump it
they
up.
pump it up and it's just tasty.
Yeah, but
food.
it's like kale and shit, man.
Yeah, so it's healthy. It's good for you.
So I
Yeah, but
hate-
that's why it's not recurring. Because do I
why?
want to eat kale every second day?
Well,
no.
The doctor probably should say you should.
I eat apples for that.
No, like the sashimi fishbowl, and there's like Mr. X. There's so many good like
The
options.
Mr. X, bro. The OG, bro. I get the OG,
I get the
man.
OG
Yeah.
too.
Can you
Yeah,
explain what Mr. X or the OG
It's just the
are?
flavors.
Yeah, but you can just like, hey, look, fishbowl is very customizable. So
Right.
you go in there. Do you want white rice, sushi rice? Do you want noodles? Do you
Gotcha.
want brown rice? This and that, whatever. No rice, lettuce, whatever. Then they chuck in the meat. You've got sashimi. You've got tuna,
Yeah.
chicken, beef, whatever you want. And then you've got the additional vegetables, right? So you can do the customization option, or you can just choose one of the options on the board.
Oh, okay.
It's like $18, massive,
yeah.
and so fresh. I'm not a salad guy. I hate salads. But I think fishbowl, honestly, is if it was up to me, this would be at the top, number one.
Actually, I remember. This is what was jarring for me. It's actually not that healthy. If you look in the whole grand scheme of, macros and kilojoules,
Here we go.
it's higher than like your Mad Max,
Because
a lot of your Asian
Yeah,
places.
get rid of the rice, and you've saved all those calories.
But then what the fuck am I eating? Cabbage. What would I just want to eat cabbage, man?
Maybe noodles, I don't know. Brown rice potentially might be
That's
the go.
also high in calories, mate.
Because
Because that's my problem. It brands itself as healthy or whatever, but it's worse than a lot of other places that I probably might enjoy a bit more.
well, like, no.
Because sometimes I can hack the healthiness with, it's good for me.
I think it's healthy.
But it tastes healthy and it's also not that good for you.
No, all right.
Because you're whacking on, what did you just say? The mayo, the spicy mayo, bro.
Oh, that's so good. A bit of roe on top. Oh,
I'm not
my-
eating you, mate.
Oh, my goodness. Look, all right.
Actually, you're a freak, bro. We went to like some RSL. You got a fucking poke bowl there as well.
Yeah, that was rogue from you. We
Went to
a
Bella
pub.
Vista Hotel
Yeah, we went
and
to
you
a pub.
got a poke bowl. You're so biased in this.
I am biased, but I think the people would agree with fishbowl being quite high up.
All right. So
But
on that note, where are we putting Fishbowl?
I'll let Manu decide. I don't know. I might like Pokeballs a bit too
See,
much.
I personally would put it 4,
Okay.
but I can accept some of your reasonings. Where would you put it if it was up to you?
I think serviceable is a fair, value judgment after all this.
All right, chuck it in.
Serviceable it is. Sounds like I need to try Fishbowl. You've described it so delightfully, Ro. Next up, big one. We got Messina.
Gelato Messina.
Wowee. I am a massive fan
Number
of-
one, dude.
Didn't even let me finish.
Sorry.
I agree though. Messina for me has to be number one. Dude, it's gourmet gelato. Every week they got new specials and then they got their normal staple flavors as well. Wowee.
It was pouring this week, as Manu alluded to. Kind of cold. I was in Norwest. I was in the area. I said to Cindy, I was like, I think it's just rude not to go to Messina.
Yeah.
Rain, hail, or shine. If I'm in the area, I'll pop in for a little bite.
Big discussion. Is it the best gelato in Sydney?
Yes.
Better than, was it Cow and Moon?
Anita's,
Anita.
Cow Moon.
Yeah.
Baskin and Robbins?
Gelatissimo.
Yeah, dude. Messina is number one.
Yeah.
First of all, let's talk about their social media marketing team. Top notch.
Top tier.
Then you got the Messina app. The rewards is insane. You order on the app. It's such a seamless process. You pay on your phone. You don't need to go tapping this and that. You just order it. Delightful.
They collect all your data, yep.
They collect all your data and they give you free ice cream in return. And if you get 10,000 points, you get a Messina card.
Oh, wow.
So that's what I'm aiming for. I think you have to spend like
$10,000?
I think it's $10,000. Yeah. So,
Jesus Christ.
so I'm saving the pennies for that because there was a wedding that I went to with a Messina cart. And that was a treat and a half. The
That is
highlight of
pretty
the
cool.
wedding.
That is actually pretty cool.
What I will say is whenever there's an office function, especially Big Four, and you hear there is a Messina cart in on Monday.
Yeah.
No one goes in on Mondays, but Messina cart, everyone's going in. So I think that speaks to how great Messina is.
Or let's say you're at a friend's house and you need to bring something. You just pop into Messina, bring a tub. Crowd favorite. Literally no one is going to be like, actually, that's a bad option to do. Also, all the flavors are good. I think like all of them are tasty.
Yeah, I've never had a bad flavor from Messina.
That is true.
I went to Italy recently
Oh, here we go.
No, don't say it.
dead set. Messina, not better. It's not better, but it's comparable. People were talking about, Italian gelato, incomparable. Objectively, Messina is up there.
That's your
Yeah, I
opinion.
don't share those views either.
I full-heartedly do not share that
Are
opinion.
you telling me? No, dude.
What gelato did you go to? The one by the Trevi Fountain? About fucking 2.5 on Google reviews,
I
mate.
went to like 10. Well, okay. The thing is, in Italy, I guess the gelato is like very stock standard. Like you're not going to get your pandan coconuts or your lychee coconuts or whatnot. You know what I mean? You're just getting your standard flavors. Delightful, tasty. I can't be the only one everyone is thinking it. I'm just saying it.
All right. Putting that to aside, Messina, are we all in agreement? GOAT category for sure.
Yeah, I think it
Goat tier.
Has to be.
Alrighty, Messina, definitely GOAT tier. Next up, we have an absolute institution of Sydney. Actually, we've got 3 institutions coming up back to back to back, and I'm very interested to see where we put these because I know where I'm going to put them. But first up, we have Chargrille Charlie's.
It's a no from me.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan. I'm not a big fan. I'm not a small fan. I'm not a fan at all.
I hate Chargrille Charlie's.
Damn.
Why? Are you a fan?
I like their sides.
No. Oh.
Why am I walking into some charcoal chicken shop and seeing a pad thai
That was my
as
problem.
one of the 10 million sides they have pre-prepared?
There's too many sides and there's too much variety. Yes, that is a problem. Too much variety is a problem because when you got shit like Hokkien noodles and pad thai at a place called Chargrille Charlie's, what's doing?
Do the chook, mate. Do some chips. Do some vegetables if you like. Not
Maybe a bit of
fucking-
gravy. Leave it at that.
Not pad thai. I'm sorry. That's where I drew the line.
There's like honey roasted vegetables. That was pretty good. I didn't mind the sides.
My problem with Chargrille Charlie is there is a cult that follows Chargrille Charlie's. Like you can talk to some people and they live and die by it.
It's
Like they
people
swear by
It's
it.
people that lived in the North Shore and don't know any better.
Exactly.
That's generally what it is.
Well, that's what I think. And I think it's also people in the East as well, maybe. But I don't know. I just don't see the hype about it. I
Yeah,
don't
what's
get
wrong with it? Chook, what are we thinking? Dry most of the time? Is that what the problem is?
It's standard.
It's
Like,
just
I don't-
standard. Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
But it's not like, as Sen said, this is cult following. I expected fucking God's chicken or something.
Exactly.
Like, genuinely.
Is it Portuguese chicken?
No,
No.
it's just standard charcoal, like Woolies rotisserie chicken.
chicken. Yeah.
Chicken. Okay.
Like, it was all right. But, like, am I going to go out again, like, out of my way? Probably not.
No.
Well, why is there a cult following then? Is it the sides? There's so many of them. And
I'm telling you, it's people that don't fucking know any better, man. It's better than a Woolies chook, and they all of a sudden call it like the best chicken in Sydney.
And I will die on this hill. It is not a good place.
Okay, well, fair enough. Where do you want to put it then?
See, the thing is, I don't think it doesn't deserve to be in trash tier. Like, I'm not going to, slander and say it's on the same level as grilled or rolled. But I'm, if I'm looking at, Sushi Hub, Chubby Buns, Fishbowl apparently is, the bee's knees. I can't, in good conscience, put Char-Grilled Charlie's on that level.
Yeah, I think a way to look at it is if I'm in an area and there is a Char-Grilled Charlie's, I'll eat it.
Yeah.
If I'm in an area with options and Char-Grilled Charlie's is one of them, Char-Grilled Charlie's is not entering my stomach at all.
I got to say it's last resort.
Last resort for me as well.
All right, next up in the chook shops, we got El Jana's. Wowee.
This
All right,
is
now we're leveling up.
Western Sydney institution.
Well,
Hey, now it's in Newtown and all sorts, mate. So they've grown.
I have never seen a company expand as quickly and as aggressively as El Jana has, and fair play to them.
So I had a friend from Melbourne and I advised her to go to El Jana. Right? I just said it's a good chicken shop. She's like, I just want to go to a chicken shop. I was like, oh, try LJ's, just off the cuff. Didn't even hype it up to her. I was like, go to LJ's.
Yeah.
She comes back to me and she says, that was the best garlic sauce I've ever had in my life.
The Tum.
And she had not heard of El Jana's beforehand.
Really?
Never heard of it.
Well, they've actually, I was having a look, they've expanded to Victoria. So if you tell your friend Melbourne, right?
Oh, mate, there you go.
So they're in Victoria and they're in ACT as well. Dude, they've got like,
This is a rapid expansion.
Dude, they've got 30 or 40 stores at this point now.
But for good reason.
For good reason.
I find their chicken dry. All the time.
I don't share this sentiment. It's not dry.
I had that sentiment as well until recently. There was one that opened up near this place, I reckon maybe a month ago, and I went on their grand opening weekend.
Oh, you're a super fan.
I was a super fan.
I've never once gone to
He
a
entered the
grand
raffle or some shit.
I was ravenous that weekend.
Was it free food or something?
No. You still have
No,
to
it's
pay.
full price, mate. Come on.
So, but I got a meal. I got like one of the family meals. Dude, the chicken was delightful. It was juicy. It was fresh. It was hot. It was everything you'd want in a charcoal chicken. So I didn't see, but I've definitely had it
You've
before.
had dried chicken at El Jana multiple times.
Please don't get me wrong. I've had it before where it has been dry.
I've had dry chicken everywhere though. Like
Exactly.
that's the thing.
Everyone has their off day, you know.
I understand.
You know,
that.
Messi doesn't score every time he steps on the
LeBron's not
pitch.
dropping 30 points every single night. You know?
But does that take away from the GOAT status? No,
Exactly.
it doesn't.
Look, okay, that's honestly a very valid argument. But I've got to say, and this is just my opinion, right? My opinion. I understand where El Jana sits in the zeitgeist of Sydney chicken shops.
Absolutely.
But I don't think it's all that, because when I've gone, maybe 50% of the time, more than 50% of the time, I have got dried chicken. And when you are a chicken shop, you've just got to get one thing right.
But, all right, I agree.
It's like asking, let's go back to the LeBron, right? If he's missing 50% of his free throws, which he should be making as his one job.
He kind of does though.
Okay, well, there you go. Is he the GOAT? Maybe not.
But, okay, fine. I agree with that. But their chips and the garlic sauce are fuck.
And the flavor of the chicken
It's
is top tier.
unbelievable.
Yeah, that is true.
dry, give and take, but the flavor is lovely.
The only thing that I would have against El Jana is the rapid, gentrification and commercialization of their institution. I remember going back to the OG one in Granville, and I had to go across the street to the ATM and get cash because they didn't take card. The day they started accepting card, I knew, all right, there's some changes afoot here.
Now, you know what did it for me? Is when the garlic sauce became prepackaged.
Oh, yes.
Before it used to come in those,
like a normal-
family-run restaurant, just a random, non-generic plastic tub.
Correct.
Now it comes pre-packed with some foil. You got to rip off. You can tell it's made some factory elsewhere. People say the quality has gone down. I have not noticed. I'll put my hand up. I have not noticed
And,
quality go down.
that's normal. When they expand and, become mass-produced, of course the quality is going to dip.
But just going to El Jana's, you're with some of the boys.
I'm
with
getting
your missus,
excited just thinking about it
You
right
get like the
now.
half chicken or the full chicken meal. You sit down, you get your bread. You start creating your little wrap DIY, man.
And the pickles. The pickles are
Oh,
lovely,
the pickles
yeah.
are gone, man. The pink ones, those are top tier.
They
Are we
are.
saying it's goat tier?
I can't say it's GOAT
Okay.
because of what's coming next.
That's the only reason why I can't
Yeah.
put a go, because I know there is one better.
All right. So El Jana, we're going to put in good category.
If we can, I'll put it top of good,
And hopefully the ATO stays away from El Jana for the time being. All right, the final installment of the chicken shops. Boys, you know what's coming. My favorite. Frangos. Unbelievable. Do we even need to talk about this? I reckon there's two shops that I've always talked about in this podcast. GYG and Frango's.
Well, Frango's is more Portuguese style chicken.
Correct. Which apparently isn't a thing. I went to Portugal and it's not really
Portuguese chicken's not a thing.
not a thing.
Yeah, because they call it chicken.
Yeah, but even then, it's not something that they advertise as being a massive dish, a national
Fair
dish.
enough. Fair enough.
So obviously competitor Nando's.
Yeah.
Well, where are we thinking? Frango's,
Well,
Nando's?
Nando's famously African.
South African, I believe.
Yeah.
Is it not Portuguese chicken?
No.
What?
Yeah.
Is my life a lie?
Yes.
But they brand themselves
They're branded
Portuguese.
Portuguese.
Yeah,
But they're a South African company.
correct.
Oh no, okay, I don't care about that. Yeah, it's a Portuguese chicken shop.
Yeah.
All right, Manu, you both live very close to Frango's. I want to hear your thoughts.
I love it, mate. The burgers, the chicken, everything is exemplary. The chili and mayo sauce, the chips, the serving sizes, the sides. Oh,
That combination is unrivaled. The chili mayo they have, slap it on some chips, slap it on the burger, mate.
It's slathered. Like it
Dude.
used to be properly just covered, which I'm a massive fan of.
I will say the chicken burger at Frango's is the best burger in Sydney.
Yeah.
Hands down. Nothing
Yeah.
will come close, in my opinion.
Not too bready.
Not too bready.
Sometimes too bready.
No, I got no issue.
Chicken's not too thin. I think Rose said one time.
It's shrinkflation. It was
is.
getting smaller.
It's in the burger of the chicken itself.
The chicken itself.
Yeah, fair.
But I mean, look, again, I love Frango's as well.
Look, let's just retell the story again. Say there was a time in uni, man, every fucking week for a good semester, Sen and I periodically would meet up at uni with the sole purpose of going home together to go to Frango's.
I'll say 2017 Frango's was goated.
Yeah.
Dude,
I think I gained like 5 kilos in that semester.
the original burger combo
Before the fire.
Before the first
Before
fire.
the first fire, I should say. Before the insurance job.
before the fire, accidental
Accidental fire 3 times apparently in the space of 2 years.
Dude, I went back recently.
Is that
So
just negligence?
the Bella Vista one? I think burnt down maybe in August. They closed for a month. I went back in, I reckon, start of October. Dude, they've done some beautiful renovations there. They got some new grills, some new vents. They've updated the decor around this. But anyway, good luck to them. Fair play. Dude, 2017 was $12.50 for a combo. Free sauce.
Beautiful.
And they lathered the sauce on. That's an unreal deal.
Also, they do shoestring fries.
Yes.
And
Oh my God.
I hate thick fries. Shoestring fries are the way to go.
Unbelievable.
Wow.
I feel like every time I go, most of the people don't even finish it because they just give you that many.
The serving sizes are very generous. I'll say that. And there's always a line there, so you know it's good.
If you don't want chips, you can swap it out for salad or rice. I've done that plenty of time. This offering is lovely.
So what? Is this even a discussion?
We're sending it straight to GOAT and
Yeah.
there is no debate.
All right, done. Frango's is the GOAT. Alrighty, from one extreme to the other. Next up is Hoka Hoka. Anyone want to try and describe what Hoka Hoka is?
It is like Panda Express. Think of Panda Express in the States.
Yeah.
It's basically what they have here, and it's a bit poo.
Yeah.
They've got it's like a buffet style, right? So you got
Yeah.
your honey chicken,
2 choice
your
and rice type
Mongolian
vibe.
Yes, that's what I was trying to get at.
lamb. You go in there, you pay $14 for the 2 choices, the rice. It's only in a food court.
Yeah, exclusively only found in a Westfield. Yeah, and you're probably eating yesterday's fried rice and yesterday's honey chicken.
They sometimes have at the end of the day $5 boxes. which
Yeah,
is
the fire
decent.
sale.
Yeah. The quality is abysmal.
Yeah.
But when I'm feeling a dirty Chinese feed,
Push
And
comes to shove.
I'm going to Hoka Hoka if I see it in the food court.
And when you are on the toilet the next day, push will be coming to shove.
I actually never had a bad experience like toilet-wise with
Oh,
Hoka
really?
Hoka. It just tastes bad sometimes.
But is
Like
it
stale.
cheap? Because isn't the whole point of this thing is, yes, it's dirty and like it's only in the food courts, but isn't it meant to be cheap? I don't think it is that cheap.
Relative to going to a Chinese restaurant, it is. Like where you
Yes.
order a fucking honey chicken, it's probably like 20, 25 bucks. You got to get rice on the side. Get another dish, probably like 50, 60 bucks per person.
Yeah.
Compared to you go to food court, you're paying 15 whackers and you're getting
For like
your plate.
2 choices.
Two
And they
choices,
stack it
yeah.
up. Like they do like
They do, yeah.
really pile on whatever size
is
you
true.
want.
And not to hate on these like Chinese restaurants, but the best ones are the ones that aren't chains, man.
Yeah, I
Like
agree.
in a food court, it's just standalone ones that aren't trying to send their recipe to the whole of Sydney. It's just standalone, family run. Those are the good ones. So Hoka Hoka doesn't compare.
All right, so where are we putting Hoka Hoka then on this list?
Quintessential last resort for me.
Agreed.
Alrighty, 2 more to go, boys, and I got to say our list is looking pretty good. Next up, we have Yochi.
Oh my lordy lord. I didn't love froyo this much until Yochi came into my life.
I was going to say quickly give an explanation of what Yochi is,
So it's a typical frozen yogurt where it's self-serve.
which frankly I thought frozen yogurt died in about 2014. But
I think it died after the 5th Instagram post I put in 2014 with a filter and my choice of toppings.
I have that exact same post. Maybe from the same.
On the same day, we both went and had a little photo shoot of our yoga berries.
Yeah, because that was the trend back in the day. It was like you show your toppings and you show what your frozen yogurt looks like. It's delightful.
And I think you're right. It died, but Yochi has made it rise again. And the best, so my experience of Yochi is, I hadn't been, because there used to be only one in, I think, Surrey Hills,
Surrey
right?
Hills, yeah.
And this is when Rohit used to live in that area with Rohan. And every second week I would hear, fuck, Yochi, bro. It's so good.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Oh my God, it's so good. Like, I'll go just for Yochi or whatever. I'm like, how good could this be, right?
Yeah.
Because I've had Yoga Berry, which is good, but it's not like
fine.
this froth level. But Ro, what were you telling me back then?
No, so yeah, Rohan, I didn't hear about Yochi. Johan just came back one day with some Yochi and he's like, oh, dude, I had the best frozen yogurt place ever. So I was like, oh, brother, take me.
But he's notorious for putting a lot of mayo on these things.
Yeah, but whatever.
But he's also an expert in this area.
is true as well.
You know?
So I don't really like frozen yogurt that much. Like even Yoga Berry back in the day, I didn't really understand the hype around it. Didn't
No.
understand the toppings.
No.
Hated the fact that it was pay by the gram. Right? I despised that.
How dare you pay for what you get?
Yeah.
It's like a market.
I go to Yochi. I walk in. There's a line, massive line. I was like, oh well, this is a bit annoying. It better be good. I rocked up. They give you tasters. The flavors are spectacular. Mango, vanilla, like, you know, coconut,
Strawberry.
and like combinations of the two. So you can taste before you try before you buy, which I thought was a nice little touch. Then you go through the toppings. And to be fair, the toppings are the same,
Standard,
right?
yeah.
They're like the jellies, the popping pearls, your
Like the
fruits,
fruits.
your chocolates, all that stuff. And they're good quality. But like where I saw Yochi as top notch was the actual flavor of the frozen yogurt was unbelievable.
So
It tastes like ice cream.
I would say, yeah, exactly that. It's closer to ice cream than it is your typical frozen yogurt where it's like tart and fruity.
Correct.
Which I've heard some people prefer Yoga Berry.
Yeah.
But Yochi, the fact that it's like ice cream, but with the functionality of frozen yogurt where you do it yourself. You can put whatever you want.
This is the power of, word of mouth marketing. One man, convinced 4 or 5 people to go see. And my first experience was at Max Center and I was lining up for half an hour. And I'm like, this surely can't be worth it. And then they came around with the free samples and I'm like,
Beautiful.
Man, I'm
Thank
getting
you.
treated like a king here. And I got to say that I'm not that enamored with like the toppings and all that shit. The part that got me is, the yogurt itself is unbelievable.
And what I will say, just to give toppings a fair go as well. So if you go to like a Yoga Berry or whatever they were, at the end you can put like, chocolate sauce and syrup, whatever. Normally some mid-brand, right?
Yeah.
At Yochi, they have melted Biscoff.
Yeah,
They have melted white chocolate. And
Yeah.
they have warm Nutella. So
yeah.
that's the standard of toppings they have as well.
That is true. So where are we putting it? I mean, we've waxed lyrical about it, so it's got to be up near the top somewhere. Are we saying it's goat tier though?
Here's my thing. I'm a big fan of acai bowls, and I've seen that the Yochi in Gold Coast does acai as well.
What?
So
Seriously?
if they had that, I'm putting it number 1. But until that day, it's teetering on 2.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, we already got Messina up there at the top. Is this equivalent to Messina? Is it
Nah.
as good?
It's not as good.
Okay. So we're saying it's what? A tier below.
I think 1 tier below, but very high up in the good category.
All right. Yochi and good. On to the final one, boys. We've made it this far. Maybe just a quick recap of what we've got. So goat tier, we've got Messina and Frangos. Beautiful. Can't disagree with that. Good, we've got GYG, El Jana, and Yochi. So in serviceable, we got Sushi Hub, Chubby Buns, and Fishbowl. Yeah, I'm sorry, Ro. In last resort, we've got Char Grill, Charlie's, and we've got Hoka Hoka. That might be controversial.
No, both fair. Move on.
And last in the trash tier, we've got rolled and grilled. So, boys, final one. We've got Chakkas.
Boys, I'm glad this here because famously to you boys, maybe not to the world, but I'll expose myself now. I'm not the biggest fan of Indian food, but I am glad I went here the other day. Me and a couple of friends, they suggested to go to the one in Harris Park. So I went there, didn't know what to order. I don't know the menu, but they ordered for me. I think it was a samosa chaat.
Oh.
That was sublime. I've not had anything like it. The mint sauce it came with, like genuinely, like I've had Indian food, I've not had something like that. So, mate, it was delightful.
Top notch.
I don't know if that's just me, but it was lovely.
Look,
You know.
I love chakkas too.
Yeah.
I think chakkas is great. Indian street food.
Correct.
You're getting your,
Your charts.
Your charts, your pani puris.
Your normal puris if you want.
Normal puris as well. But you're not getting, it's a vegetarian. So
Correct.
you're not getting your butter chickens.
No,
You're
no,
not getting
no
the-
chicken tikka masala, no lamb Rogan Josh here.
Look, I will say though, they have a tandoori pizza, which is a bit rogue. Never ordered it, but bin that, Chuckers. That's outrageous. But where I think Chuckers actually excels in is, like Mick said, the charts. Your papri charts, your samosa charts. Wow, they are unbelievable.
But compared to like your normal Indian restaurants, where does it sit? You know, your normal, where you can get your meat dishes. Is it even comparable?
It is. Like, I think Indian vegetarian food is top notch. One of the best cuisines for vegetarian food. If you're vegetarian or vegan, maybe not vegan, head over to India, take a look at Auntie Seema's recipes because they would be good. We've got a man who doesn't even like Indian food that much.
That is true.
Pining for chutkas.
I didn't think this would happen, but it's how it is.
Where would you put it, Manu, actually?
If in the grand scheme of Indian food, bro, it is honestly, I was going to say near the top, but I think it's top. I think it's like the best Indian food I've had.
Really?
I think it's there. So for me,
That's a brave call.
Yeah, it is brave, but we're here to be bold and brave.
Sen? One thing I like about chutkas, I'll say one thing about the pani puri, right? You have to assemble it yourself.
Yeah.
Which is great. Because if they assemble it, it'll get soggy and the water will seep through the crust or whatever it
correct.
is, right? Delightful.
And you can choose how much you want to put inside it as well.
Exactly. Food-wise, I think it's quality. Now, is it at the Frango's level? No.
And even just in talking in general for Indian restaurants, I still think there are better out there.
I'm a Daughter Hut man every day of the week, to be honest. That is an excellent institution. But for street food, I think it's excellent.
It is.
And as a chain, I think the quality is sublime.
That is true. The quality and the service is pretty quick as well. Like, it's always packed, but they're always pumping out the food very quickly. So now in the tier list, though, where are we putting it? Obviously Manu loved it in terms of Indian food, but surely we're not putting it up.
Maybe just biased because I went recently and it was a lovely experience.
But I think that should be taken into consideration. The type of venue is bringing people who maybe don't like that type of food into the fold.
That is true. But we're not seriously saying it's up there with Messina and
No,
Frango's.
of course
I will not
That's-
allow that.
that's
No
just
offense.
silly.
Are we even saying it's up near GYG, El Jana, and Yochi? Dare I suggest no?
No?
I don't think it's as good as those ones, man.
It's a big call.
But am I putting it above a Char Charlie's and a Hoka? Absolutely I am. Every day of the week. I think it should be somewhere in the service bowl. I think it's on par with Fishbowl, dare I suggest.
No. Dude.
Brother, I think it has to be higher. It has to
Really?
be. If you were me, if you had that experience I had, mate, you'd be pining
You
for
eat
it.
Indian food, I feel like you're, desensitized potentially to it. Like, Manny, I think, is spot on. It is good food. Good.
All right, so Chutkas will go into the good. I don't know if I agree with that, but that's where it sits in the end. We'll put up the full tier list up on the screen right now, and we'll put up a post later on. Let us know if you agreed with it.
If you missed any.
Yeah, let us know if we missed any. But I think, dude, just quietly, I think we've done very well here.
We always come away thinking that, and we always come back saying, why did we get hated on for the next week? And let us know.
This brings us to the end of another wonderful episode, another tier list episode. Here we go again. You must be thinking, these idiots have run out of ideas, and you'd be only half right. Let us know how you think we went in the comments. Let us know if we did well, if we did poorly, if Chutkas should have been higher, maybe, potentially. Miguel reckons it should have been one. He was telling me off air.
Absolutely.
So let us know if you agree with that. Let us know if you have any other ideas. Let us know what we should tier list next, because we actually don't know what we're going to tier list next.
Or if we should stop tier listing altogether.
If we think we should stop tier listing altogether, don't let us know because we will do it anyways.
And to our non-Sydney based listeners, let us know if you want us to tier list something that isn't very Sydney specific.
And we're almost at 10K Instagram followers.
Yes.
So please do us a favor. Get on if you haven't followed us on the pipes, we chuck out clips regularly.
Every day, dare I suggest.
Literally every day. For
And
the
some
last,
tidbits on the story as well.
Oh, true.
yeah. So, jump on that, follow us, check out our stuff, support us. Thank you very much for listening. See you guys next week.